How can you pair parrots of different species? Hi, I'm Kaylin, the author of the Parrot Bliss Bond. Please be sure to get your copy on Amazon so that you have your handbook to creating a blissful bond, because a blissful bond is the most wonderful thing. Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you're new. If you're not new, thanks for hanging out with me. I love you guys. I have 22, I think, species of parrots. Maybe Henry makes 23. And I love parrots. I'm all about having a blissful bond with them, which I mostly do through diet, through trying to understand my parrot as best I can and really helping them to have a good environment, a clean area, clean cage, be happy and healthy. I'm also magical because I can magically transform golden conures into Cape parrots. And there goes Henry. All right. So let's say you have a parrot like a golden conure and you want to get a buddy for your golden conure or for your parrot, and you want them to be able to be friends and get along. What are some things that you can look at so that you can choose a good companion? Number one of the best things you can do, don't go down there. I'm afraid you'll eat my book or something. One of the best things you can do is get the same species. When you get the same species of parrots, they relate to each other in a way that I have seen is more like a deep connection from the same species to the same species than when it goes from one species to another species. So does that mean that the only thing you can get is the same species? No. I'm just saying that if you have a golden conure and you get another golden conure, they relate. Oh, it's just kind of like, oh my God. They just really connect and bond.
Like a teen and a teen.
Like what?
Teenagers connect to teenagers more.
Well, you know. God, it's more like, I'm going to say like a yin and a yang. It seems like they just fit together kind of thing. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't get another species of a parrot. So if you are looking at a different species, what should you look at? You want to look at the basic personalities and their general characteristics. So what I mean by that is, for example, Asiatic parrots like an Indian ringneck tend to be more independent. An Indian ringneck, an Alexandrian, an African ringneck, they're going to be more independent. And so on the other hand, if you take like a conure, like a green cheek conure, because conures tend to be very oriented towards their mate, very like they're always next to each other, they're always touching each other, they're always looking for each other, then you're kind of mixing water and oil, not literally, but metaphorically, in the sense that you really are starting to mix two different personality types that aren't going to have as much in common. So then the green cheek conure is going to want to like come up and buddy, and the Indian ringneck's going to be like, you know. Now that's not 100% true 100% of the time. It is generally speaking. So generally speaking, if you have a parrot like a golden conure, you want to pair them with another parrot that is social and that is more loving and more affectionate. For example, my golden conure, Bonnie Rose, she does really well with our Cape parrots. This is one of her best friends right here. Not that Cape parrots are super duper affectionate, but they're pretty affectionate and they're pretty, you could see Paloma. She's not a year old, but she's pretty much in my face, wanting my attention, wanting to be with me. She's not a super duper pet me, but she's talking to me, she's whistling at me, she's telling me she's hungry, she's gonna eat my mouth. She's relating to me, she's really trying to engage with me. So she's more of that engaging bird, and so she and Bonnie get along really well. Now she's eating my beautiful Blessings Parrot t-shirt that's available on parrotbliss.com. Bonnie Rose also gets along super well with my orange-winged Amazon, and actually my Mexican red-headed Amazon would like to be her friend as well. However, my orange-winged Amazon will have none of that. He is very affectionate with her. He's constantly preening her. He's constantly seeking her out. So while a golden conure really would be a better match, oh my goodness. Okay, we'll get you something. Amazon parrots are very affectionate. They're very loud, but they're very affectionate, generally speaking. So that's a pretty good match for Bonnie as well. Another example is, well, let me put it this way. If I was looking for a buddy for Bonnie, because she's social, and if I didn't have anyone that she currently got along with now, and I wanted to rescue some examples, I would look at the Bird Gardens of Naples currently has a Hans macaw and I think it's a sulfur-crested cockatoo who is kind of really shy and timid. That is a bird that I think Bonnie Rose could heal. I think she could offer a safe, loving space that would allow either one of those birds, because they're both, I think they both have a little emotional scarring because the Hans macaw is plucked, and I think it's a permanent thing. I think she plucked so much that I don't think her feathers grow back. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure just by looking at her. And so they are both birds that I think this bird could come and gently and lovingly, do you see how, see she's preening her. So this bird could come and create a safe space for one of those birds to come out of their shell, and then this bird would have a companion. Now, I don't know this for a fact, but it seems to me that that means that then this golden conure wouldn't pluck. Like if you have a golden conure by him or herself, or a green cheek conure who's plucking, they could be lonely because they're flock-oriented birds and they really need companionship. Golden conures are super flock-oriented. They are communal parrots, which is not very common, and it means that they get along with more than one mate in the group, in the flock. So Bonnie can easily connect with Paloma, with another one of our Cape parrots, with the orange-winged Amazon. And so she can easily connect with them and really needs that companionship. A green cheek conure is only going to want to connect with one parrot, and I don't think you would risk losing your bond with your green cheek conure if you got a second parrot, if you are spending time with them. For us, one of the things that having a golden conure has done is our orange-winged Amazon was really timid himself, really shy, don't know his history, adopted him as an adult, and now he'll let me pick him up and he lets me give him more scritches. So our golden conures have healed our orange-winged Amazon. So there are some ideas for you, but research the personality types. If you can, before you get the bird, get to know the bird so that you have a sense of whether they whether they like other parrots or not, or whether they only like humans. If they only like humans and you're looking for a companion, that's not going to be a good bird. And people like Carrie at the Bird Gardens of Naples, they know what their birds are like. They know if their birds are people-oriented or bird-oriented or both. Now, just a quick infomercial for myself. If your parrot is plucking or has separation anxiety, or if you just want to support their immune system, look at getting Tink's must-have parrot relief on parrotbliss.com. It's CBD that doesn't make you trip. It doesn't have the... and in hemp oil, which is highly beneficial, the right balance of omegas for you and your parrot. All right. Third thing that you want to look for is you kind of want to match sizes. In other words, a little parrotlet, chances are, is not going to do well with a bigger bird. This bird is going to be 3 or 4 times the size. This golden conure, Bonnie, you know, she might get along with For example, the bird gardens had a red-fronted macaw for adoption, and that macaw is not as big as the other macaws, like the blue and golds, the scarlets that we saw, what else did we saw? We saw some green wings. So she might get along with the red-fronted because it wasn't as big, but look at these guys. They're about the same size. Our orange-winged Amazon is a little bigger than Bonnie, but it's close enough that it doesn't really matter. And at first, I think Bonnie was really intimidated by him, but he was really slow and patient and consistent, and he just hung out and waited for her until she was comfortable enough. And so his personality allowed him to befriend her, and it allowed her to make him even more friendly. So nothing's ever a guarantee. I feel like even if you get the same species, it's not a guarantee. I feel like it's more likely to work out, but you kind of just do your best. Now, for me, when I'm bringing those two birds together for whatever species it is, one of the things I do is I have them cage by cage, and I watch how they interact. In their cages, if they both go as far away from each other as they can to try not to see each other, they're not doing well. Keep the cages separated. Don't put them right next to each other. Give them some time and see if it gets better. On the other hand, if they're as close as can be, like if there was a cage separating these two and they were beaking each other, you would know the chances are they're going to get along. And sure enough, right now they're like, feed me to each other. Okay, we'll go get you some stuff. Yes, yes. She has pellets available, but you know, some of us want some fresh vegetables, some nuts, because these are both nut-eating parrots that need additional nut fat. Thank you for joining me in this blissful video. If you want to connect more, please be sure to join me. You can find my link for my Facebook group down below. If you want to find out about the parrot gardens, link down below. If you have questions on some common questions for parrots, down below. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And set your preferences so that YouTube lets you know when the next video gets published, usually tomorrow. Thank you for joining me in this blissful video. If you do like and comment, it helps my juice, and I greatly appreciate that. Thanks, and have a wonderful feathered day, and blissful.